Given that the Black Lives Matter movement has become a global concern, I felt like it was appropriate to use my platform to raise awareness of Black individuals that continue to face oppression on a daily basis and how it can definitely affect their mental health. Last month, the article Daily Racial Discrimination Experiences, Ethnic Racial Identity, and Diurnal Cortisol Patterns Among Black Adults was released. It featured a study that measured cortisol levels in Black adults before and after being racially discriminated against. The thought behind the study was to try to demonstrate that racism not only hurts somebody's feelings, but it can actually severely harm their mental health and jeopardize their well-being. As we know, a significant change in cortisol levels can lead to conditions such as anxiety disorders and depression. Overall, the study suggested that Black individuals experiencing racial discrimination on one particular day would also experience higher cortisol levels that day and then lower the next day, which can be linked to a diminishment of their mental health. As a white person, I will likely never face the level of oppression and discrimination that Black individuals do, so studies like this really help racially privileged people, such as myself, to see the real implications that racism can have on someone's mental health. That being said, blatant discrimination is not the only way that Black individuals in North America continue to face mental health concerns. Internalized racism, the internalization of negative stereotypes by the oppressed group, impacts their mental health very significantly as well. Internalized racism is essentially when members of the discriminated against group begin to more or less support the stereotypes that are placed upon them by the dominant group. This can come from intergenerational trauma and repeated discrimination. Essentially constantly being told one thing will lead you to start believing that. In 2019, a longitudinal study was conducted that worked with 157 Black adults by the University of North Carolina, found a positive association with racial discrimination as well as anxiety symptoms. As per the article, the influence of internalized racism on the relationship between discrimination and anxiety, the people who were classified as having moderate to high levels of internalized racism saw much higher distress rates. This validates that we as a society have lasting effects on Black individuals, and that with repeated racism that they experience, we begin to alter their own self-image. After looking at the above studies, it is pretty clear that racism is not just a social and political problem, but it's actually very much a psychological problem as well. If you or anyone you know are experiencing any form of emotional distress or struggle, or what have you, please reach out to someone that you trust or use some of our amazing services that Trent University has to offer. On your My Trent account, you have easy access to lots of resources and people who are there to help you. Thank you.